just make sure I update the Twitch information, because I feel like I might... No, I mean, I know I clicked it, but... You never really truly know until it happens or it doesn't happen. Anyway, get GOM. Hopefully that'll actually run the audio in the background while I do all this. So far, so good. All my posts. Hear the guy laughing. Put this up. Why is it not letting me click? There we go. And unfortunately, Bloodstained still does not let me play outside of the with and without a focus. So I'm gonna have to rely on the actual proper chat window instead of just watching the stream preview. Also, 1100 FPS. Yeah. So we should be able to start with just basic. Wait. Has New Game Plus always been a thing? I want to say it has, but for some reason it seems like that function is new. I don't know why. Oh, you can do New Game Plus as Aurora. Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and just go with our rando. Miriam. Be normal. Alright. Because we have all of our shortcuts. Yeah, we got the best color green. Deathbringer. That sounds cool. Now, how good is it? Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay. Wait. Okay, somehow I got like half of a swing the first time and then a full swing immediately afterwards with one press. I don't know how that worked, but okay. Have to be more enemies than that. Also, I'm guessing the room rando doesn't count for the starting area. Per chunk. Yeah, I would like to get a non-great axe weapon at some point so I can not have to worry about like the delay with attacking. That's always my issue with like big weapons in games like this. Just I'm not a fan of the slow attack speed. But I do like the damage it's doing, which is at least something. Yeah, especially when I have to use the fact that, you know, if I move too far before the attack actually hits, then I take a hit. And we should be able to actually defeat this guy and make this thing. Augment intelligence, okay. If we can get some decent spells, it'd be pretty good. This way first. No, this way first. No, you think I played this enough that I should know which way to go first for item checks. Ammunition, not very helpful. Ammo. Yeah, everything here seems vanilla, so yeah, save room. Alright. Once we get into the actual, like, the bulk of the game, then we should be good for the, Oh, early Hellhound, okay. Now, the problem is, depending on its cost, it might not technically be worth it. Let's find out what it's worth. Okay, it's still mostly full of strength. We're not gonna be able to cast it for, like, 20 minutes, but we do technically have it. Okay, very fine equipment. Very fine. I know you missed. There. I wonder if I can use the fire effect to take care of the cannon on the other side of this area. That'd actually be kind of cool, so I get the early shortcut. I could technically use Summon Hellhound, but again, I don't really have the money, or not the money, the mana for that. Nice. Oh, I can't quite reach. Damn. Bigger Shurema. See what the cost of that is. Better, but we can barely cast it. Strawberry Pie, I think that gives us some luck. Yeah, oh, 3 luck. Okay, sweet. No, I wonder if maybe like eventual updates for this patch will actually randomize like the food stats. That'd actually be kind of cool. Ooh, Doctor's Chisel. Oh, that's a lot less damage though. I'm sad. It's actually a pretty nice weapon because you can actually like petrify enemies, which is basically an insta kill. Whoa, what was that? That was a strange effect. Let me check my... Hold on, it's gonna be audio. Let me check my performance real quick. So CPU is... Okay, CPU did have a spike, but it wasn't a big spike. And GPU is somehow at 100% now. Or is it just when I'm out of focus? Okay, it went down a bit. Okay, yeah, for some reason, out of nowhere, my GPU is now at, like, almost full capacity. Okay, now it's going back down a bit. It hasn't been that long. Okay, yeah, it's going back down more now. Yeah, for some reason, games like this, when out of focus, use more, like, power than when they're in focus, which I'll never understand. Do I have any moves for this? Doesn't look like it. How dare you live? Oh my god, how are you still... Freaking hell. Yeah, those things don't normally only have like 20 health. Tunic. Oh, that's a good defense buff. Yeah, because all the at least the regular equipment stats are randomized as well to make things a little more interesting. Okay, we're getting a lot of Hellhound, so it'll be a pretty strong shard once we can use it. Ooh, Symphony. Happily. And... Oh, it doesn't work. Damn. That should work. Makes me sad that it doesn't. Ooh, I think that's a good strength buff. Intelligence. Maybe the food buffs are randomized and I just never noticed it until just now. Because normally, like, the thorny stuff is really good for strength because it's more of a meat type food. But that being intelligence is interesting. We can't get up there. Sulfur. Ah, come on. Potion. Garlic. Our only attack shard is currently regular Storema, so we're probably not going to be using much of that. Shut up, people. Oh, I jumped early. Get back here. There we go. Gotcha. Got a passive. Oh no, we have a white shard. Why does that have to be invert? I mean, invert is technically a progression shard. It's kind of better than even like double jump technically, but it's just so annoying to use. You always have to activate and then deactivate and get back to like regular progression. Aquatic fillet. Maybe this is another thing I should check for like updates for the rando for, see if they actually got rid of the cutscenes. That's kind of the one drawback about having used the quote-unquote standard game mode in order to use this. I'm sure it's probably because of the fact that they don't want to mix it up with the quote-unquote regular randomizer and get things kind of like mixed up in the coding. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to get rid of the actual credits when we, or the dialogue when we don't actually need them. Cow bean and garlic.
What are we transmuting this time?
Alright, so we can craft materials. Yeah, let's do some butter.
I'll go with this.
Hopefully we can still actually make these like after we, or buy these after we make them. We got the free cacao bean, so why not?
I'll go with this.
So we can't actually make anything yet. Actually, we can kind of check pizza. Okay, so it does look like they're still vanilla stat boosts. Yeah, I never realized that the 140th one was a intelligence base. Summon Hellhound, which you don't have any gunpowder yet. Can't increase any of those. You know what? Why not? This is some decent physical resist, so we'll go with it. Alright, so can we craft Jubil's glasses? We cannot craft... Wait. Crafting is relatively vanilla, it looks like. I don't know if I've actually noticed this before. But you can craft basically everything from the start. Well, not quite, but almost. Huh. Alright, how about dismantling? Can we dismantle anything? Oh, right, actually, no. In this version of the randomizer, the crafting isn't randomized at all. That's another thing I would like to see them implement in the future.
So she can carry it at the supply post for you.
Alright, what can we sell for money? Oh, Big Spidey's worth a lot. Okay. Brute Fang's actually good value for a change. Because normally the Brute Fang only sells for like 200. Yeah, we don't want the Deathbringer.
Then we have a deal.
Oh, we want the armor though. Okay, that's a good amount of money to start with. Can we buy any food? We can get a bunch of... Oh my god, potato seeds.
Is there any thanks?
So we can't get any ingredients. Max out on the waystones. No free food. Wait. Anything? No, nothing useful for key items. Wait, why is my attack 0? Oh, I'm dumb.
What are you
Damn
looking to buy?
Okay, her food is actually not bad. It's also a sword. Actually, I'll go with that.
Is this right? Any
It's
thanks?
gonna be a much better weapon than the Great Axe. Beast Oh, that's a lot of defense. Yeah, we'll go with the Beast Beret.
Is this right?
Nice and
Any
cheap,
thanks?
too. We just made the lamellar arm. Oh, wow. Well, we could actually sell that and probably get more out of it, almost. Ooh, that defense. And the magic defense. Wow. This is more attack as well. Let's go with the Hound
Is
Vest.
this right? Then we
We
have
can
a
sell the
deal.
lamellar armor. Big mustache, eh. Bat wings. Yeah, we don't have too much else we can do with our money,
Is this
so
right? Thank you.
get that. Max out on potions because we can. We shouldn't really need to worry about like potions. We will get some Mithridates though,
Thank you.
just on the off chance we need them.
Thank
All right.
you. I'll be here if you need me.
And then get all the quests. Get the ones that are actually potentially useful. Bone Morte, maybe.
Here's what I've turned up.
Hermit's Beret. Yeah, for the most part, if it's a weapon or like an actual like key accessory, I'll take it. We're probably not gonna see those for a while. That's a lot of salt broth. It's not a lot of monsters needed to kill it either.
Here's what I've turned
To take it
up on
rather.
monsters.
Alright, breastplate, sculpture sizzle level 3. We already have a better thing at this point. Food. Always take food.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Recipe, why not?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Fried potatoes.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Those guards, fish dish. Yeah, 'cause I don't know if the recipes are randomized at all either. I'm guessing they're not, given that there's no like proper item / crafting randomization, but doesn't hurt to try it. Actually, let's take care of the enemies over here. We can also get a good chance or a good look at the brain fart and like possible shards we can get. Speaking of shards, okay, we have underwater access now. Let's see if the rat maybe has anything. 'Cause I think we already have the Morte, maybe. Oh, you got a thing. Okay, more cacao beans. One more of those. We'll just go right to the right for that. Ooh, we can cause curse. But I'm not actually sure what that does against the enemies. Because I know for us, it cuts our max HP. That's why I don't like invert. But yeah, curse cuts our max HP and MP in half. But I don't know if it does the same thing for enemies or if it does something different. Instant red shard, Teps the Lendra. It's a cool looking ability, but doesn't really do much. Thick glasses. You know, it's better than better than not accessory. Oh, that's actually a decent selection of stats. Come on. Really, game? Gotcha. Demon horns. I don't think we have any horns yet. Optimizer. Not the worst thing. Some mana. Actually, might take Optimizer over the Augment Intelligence right now. Because we're kind of offensively focused at the moment. Flame Scarf, okay. Oh, we already have the Beast Beret. Oh, that's a lot of attack gain. We'll do it. Then we already have thick glasses. What's the other thing I got? Ooh, so much attack. Such attack. Many strength. Wow. Okay, so a bunch of ingredients. Not bad. I have apparently forgotten how to do my backdash canceling. Okay. Yeah, one thing I do kind of wish they kept from the regular randomizer is that stuff like actual treasure chests couldn't be up on top there. Oh, hey, we went through the wrong door, but we're still in kind of the right area. Bovine Plume. Which is good if we can find accelerators. I think that increases the damage that we deal with the effect. Which doesn't usually do a lot, but eventually gets you, or lets you get past the Dullahan heads without too much issue. More Testalendra. Oh, did not mean to do that. I think it's a save. Okay, I like how those are actually still marked with bookcases. That's actually really nice. Corn chowder, that's a food. Also, these things doing a lot of damage, my god. Petra breath, and I don't think our armor is that bad right now. You live this time. I was not expecting you to live. Even more ingredients. Called Stew. Was that the super strong one? No, I think it's like a fireball. Yeah. Oh, it does a lingering effect. Interesting. I never knew that. Good to know. Oh, Jeebus glasses. Yes. Okay, now we just need the MP to actually use our good spell. Then we'll be good to go. Oh, we can just barely use this once we get this full on. Crystal armor. Honestly, since we have the spell effect now, we'll go with better defense. So nothing else here, I don't think. Oh, that's actually a pretty sturdy chair. Sea urchin pasta, okay. Okay, max MP. That actually might be enough to get us our summon Hellhound? Maybe not. I don't think it's quite enough yet. Yeah, it's not quite enough yet. Actually, no. No, it is, because it's a lower cost. Yes. I wonder how much it does.
To my call!
Oh, that's not as much as it does normally, but that's still a decent chunk. Oh, Bloodstained. That actually might be progression now. Because of the way this randomizer works. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get some gunpowder so we can actually expand the range of Summon Hellhound. Then we'll be unbeatable. I think we can turn in... Well, no, because the quest requirements are randomized now, so we may not necessarily be able to make use of the country dress. I should probably get in the habit of actually seeing what the nun has for quest rewards. See if we can actually make use of any of it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any, like, progression items, but it could be some, like, kind of just nice-to-have stuff. And, of course, one of the strange things about the room randomizer is that it does kind of have to require the randomization of enemy stats. Because otherwise, some enemies can be, like, way too powerful or way too weak for the area that you find them in. But yeah, it'll keep that interesting, at least. Please burst into flames. There we go. Yeah, because unfortunately the hitbox at level 1 is just kind of jank, in all honesty. It's a much smaller hitbox than it looks like it should be. Okay, instant shard. Ectoplasm. Purple shard. Oh, shield. I guess I really shouldn't be knocking shields, but I am. Quick save and heal. Death and destruction. Oh, yeah, we'll actually replace the... Yeah, we'll get some more experience. Ow. Especially when shenanigans like that still happen. Borneus Filet. Oh, that's a new zone. Let's keep exploring this one for now. We did just save, so may as well. Plus, we have Jubilee's glasses and Summon Hellhound, so this shouldn't be. Hello. That's a hell of a dance. Ow. Okay, he's already in his near phase. Oh god, why? And unfortunately, the slows down kind of lasts for a while. I am so lucky I didn't get hit by that. Oh, come on. You know what? That's why I got the Metroid. Metroid. Oh, that is not a lot of... Well, I guess it's kind of useful. And I know that the slowdown spheres do go away after a while. There we go. Got him. Shut up, old man. Red shard? It's not a bad shard, but we already have Summon Hellhound, so it's much better than anything else we can get. I don't think this room is randomized, based on the way the top two are. Yeah, just like the Water Leaper. Oh! What's the health upgrade doing here? Normally there's like nothing in this room. Huh. Well, good thing I checked, I guess. That could have been like a, well... I mean, that could... I don't actually know if that would have been like logic expression or not. White shard. High jump. We'll take it. Now, if only I could turn invert off. Actually, I suppose I could technically sell invert. That's actually not a bad idea to try to do when I get back to town again. Light feather. Okay. Wrong way. optimizer. Sweet. Got the ship map. Full capacity. Eh. Gotcha. There we go. Chinese noodles. Ow. Because this might actually be progression. Oh, that actually does heal you now. Sweet. So I think in the normal game, it doesn't actually do anything like health-wise. This might look like it should like fully heal you. The amount of blood that's in there. I did not need to grab that on the wall. Ooh, gunpowder. We got save in there. I'm not worried about a save yet. Warning zones. Well then. Okay, that was weird. Freeze. I like how my GPU actually went down during that little lag spike. Okay, that's not too... Ow. Okay, this is actually sucking. Oh god, the size of that axe. Potions? Okay, that barely worked. Okay. You actually died easier. Ow. Purple shard. No. Can't get anything down there. Oh, yeah, not fighting. Can't make it. Okay, that's kind of an awkward save spot, but I guess I'll take it. Just given how much everything's been kind of trying to bother me so far. How did that miss? How are you missing? I feel like it didn't have nearly that much health before. There we go. Is this curse? Eh. More cacao bean. Oh. Yoink. I don't know that that's probably still the vanilla. Well, it technically counts as a spoiler, so I'm not going to go into Oh crap!
I have you now.
Well, this is probably not good. Also, Zangetsu kind of looks good in blue. Not gonna lie. Ow. Oh, I don't know if I be now. Biatch. I think it's probably the best we can do otherwise. Oh god. Yeah, we are not gonna last. We have no actual food, and we're out of basically out of healing already. Well, we should have our MP back now. Bring back the health. What was that zoom? Oh god. Yep, okay. Yeah. I think we did save relatively soon. Yeah, we saved right over here. Yeah, let's just go right back to town. I don't think we did any of these quests yet. Oh, we did. Gold cross. Is that worth it? It does petrify, and that's probably more valuable than cursing.
Here's your reward.
Let's go with that.
What are you looking to buy?
Max
Is this
those out
any
again.
thanks?
Yeah, still can't do much of anything with that.
What
Sell
are you looking to sell?
I actually kind of want to
What
keep
are you
invert now that
looking
I've
to
actually
sell?
seen what kind of bosses we have coming up. Gunpowder is cheap.
What are you
Can
looking
we
to
buy
buy?
gunpowder? We cannot buy gunpowder.
Is this thank you? Then we have a deal.
Here's a good bunch of cheap resources.
Is there any thanks?
Everything else is not cheap though.
What are
Can we?
you looking
What can
to
we sell
sell?
of value? Ooh. We'll keep it for now. We should probably go see what the
Thank
nun would
you.
require for items
I'll be
first. See if we
here if you
can
need
actually
me.
give her anything. Also, we can get her a corn. Alright, so do you have any rewards that are actually worth it? Actually, not even sure what I... Okay, so we know we don't have that. Chicken curry. We do have a sinister egg. I know that for a fact. Sinister egg. There we go. Chicken curry. HP and mine. Okay, wasn't expecting mine, but I guess we'll take it. Waystone, no. We already have the chicken curry. The only other thing we could theoretically want... Okay, is there anything else we could theoretically want that we would actually be able to get? I don't really think so. We don't have the Murgless. We don't have that. Yeah, nothing else really worth it, so... Yeah, pass on that. We'll at least get the one upgrade for the hitbox to make Summon Hellhound kind of makes sense. We could do that, but it's not really that worth it.
I'll go
Hellhound.
with this.
Yeah, nothing else with real value we can do here. Can't craft anything. We can prepare stuff, but not really stuff we want. I can't make any more butter. Local oil. An egg.
I'll go with
Use
this. Great.
Yeah, and the averages only gives you MP recovery, so... And that's not even worth that much either, but we'll go with it. Also, we're not using up much anything else, so yeah, we'll do it. Get our food.
Scrumptious. Scrumptious.
Let's go ahead and do a save. Just make sure we don't lose any of our progress. We haven't found any more teleporters yet, which is annoying. So we have to come back completely from scratch. Yeah, petrify. Oh, not what I wanted to do, but I can make it work. Nice, even more stoning. Ow. Wow, we actually survived. Good on you. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of wishing I tried to get that speed belt so I can do more better, or at least better movement and backdashing, but oh well. Yeah, in this case, let's actually go back down. So get this with that back up. Do it again, so it's actually back in the quote-unquote right position. There we go. Yeah, see if we can get any value out of going this route. Okay, it's actually kind of back to the vanilla area. Interesting. So you're dead. Let's finish getting the rest of the underwater items here. Nice. Ow. So many cacao beans. Oh, you're resistant. Okay. Dagger expertise, eh. Nice. Oh, it slows him too? Oh no, it's just stone, never mind. Got you. Oh, we've been here already. Okay. This is a secret path, which might lead to the vanilla secret room. No one leads to a special area. Okay. Yeah, I'm still kind of learning at, like, how the room rando actually works with various things. There is a breakable wall here we can get. Through there. What's with these all these awkwardly? Oh. Okay, we have a cross-through save point. Cool. Oh, nope. Let's go check over here. Not much of value. Oh, there's some susceptible to... Oh, reflector ray, okay. A little bit more finesse movement. And actually, since we have someone Hellhound, we're not really going to need anything for offense on that. So, yeah. Excuse? Why can I not go through? Huh. Okay, so I guess the game can block off its own entrances. I did not notice that last time. Interesting. Oh. Oh, hello. Firearm, no. At least we got that switch open. New area over there. Ow. I took a lot of hits. I should probably actually be using my summon Hellhound. That's kind of why I, buffed it. Ow. Okay, so the bookshelves also indicate the teleporter rooms too. Good to know. Ow. Please die. Thank you. Yeah, apparently we need more gunpowder. The one is not sufficient. Okay, there's that. I don't want to go back in the teleporter yet. There's path to the right we can still go. I definitely need more gunpowder. That hitbox still makes no sense. How dare you have a lot of HP. Okay, more desert. Because why not? Yeah, we'll just go right for now. This is petrify. Don't need ammo. Oh, there is something over here. Okay. Sulfur. Nothing over here, is there? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, nothing over here. Apparently she ran into that, which I find interesting. Is a black belt? It's not sufficiently better at this point. I do want to keep getting more experience if I can. That's what's down here. More MP that we don't need. Actually, I guess we do kind of need it in case we get cursed again. So we don't have to worry about losing out on our spells. Okay, more teleporters. Regenerate, okay. More directed shields. Ow. There we go. Give me your thing. Ow. Oh, wait. Huh. I don't remember that being a spot we could go down. Oh, hello. Kind of on the wrong side of that wall, but okay. And a lot of directed shield. Okay, I want to get the shard from that enemy. This is a pain in the ass otherwise. Well, it's not so much a pain in the ass, but like literally, there's nowhere else that enemy exists. If you don't get that shard there, you're not going to get it anywhere. Actually, we might be able to get a faster transition through the upper path here. Yes, we will. Sweet. Yeah, because normally you have to go through like a quicksand pit to get back through there. Okay, max HP, we'll take that. Ow. There's the shard. Okay, Shuriken's not bad. Yeah, if you didn't have Summon Hellhound, I would totally be using Shuriken. So probably like my second favorite attack shard. And we can get in there. It's just money, but we can get in there. Oh. Yeah, because the chest types seem to largely still be the same for what they are intended for. But at least does keep a little bit consistent. Pick up the item, thank you. Alright, so that's the teleporter. More passives. Pick up this way. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, damn it. Okay, I think we already have his shard. Alright, let's go back down and actually pick up the item down here. Like I wanted to do originally. And this is what I hate about some of these quicksand pits, is that they're so freaking slow. Come on. Go. Now I can move on. Yeah, we'll take you out just for the hell of it. Low and grit. It's basically like a battle axe type item, which I'm, like I mentioned before, not really a fan of. But it is actually a pretty good weapon in a vanilla game, though. Okay, good attack power plus a pretty decent fire after effect. Yeah, we need to go... Yeah, stuff to the left here we can still check out. Or at the very least, stuff of theoretical substance. Not sure how I didn't get hit there, but I'll take it. We're getting a lot of ammo. Spear, eh. Yeah, 2 for 1. Grab this. Oh, hot. This is why I need more gunpowder. Just straight up. We should need to go back down there. I think we already had scrambled eggs. No, we haven't. Okay. Yeah, we still have stuff to look for over this way, so we'll return. Yeah, Bloodstained is an amazing game. Especially the randomizer, both the developer created one and the fan mod made ones. I particularly like the fan-made version because it has the door rando. So yeah, so each zone is still like completely distinct as far as like entrances and whatnot, but all the rooms within that biome basically will be completely shuffled, which makes for a much more interesting experience as far as I'm concerned. Plus, you can more easily get Jibo's glasses, which is just a funny piece of fun accessory to get. Because you have unlimited power. I should probably Metroid. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. Oh. Okay, so... Okay, they only took the 2 summon hell out to make that thing. Oh, I can't get you. Okay, I can do that. Purple shard from you. Eh. Yeah, petrification. It's a magique, even though it's actually completely useless to us. Insta-stone. Okay, sword is just as good against them. Another thing I like about this particular randomizer is that it also does increase the drop rate of shards from like every enemy. You're not having to spend like 10 minutes trying to farm a single thing for a shard that you may or may not actually need. So it's a bit of a quality of life upgrade in that sense. How does it end up here? Okay, we got egg. Praise be to egg. Got it. Over this way. Ow. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, Jibo's glasses is an item that normally you get by acquiring like 100% completion of the game in vanilla mode, which is why you don't normally really see much of it. But yeah, in randomizer you can get it like super early, and that's its primary function really. I don't think it does any stat buffs otherwise. Actually, I can kind of check. Okay, so, well, okay, the problem is with this randomizer, it does also randomize the stat equipment and bonuses, so I think we're probably getting stuff from Jibo's glasses that you don't normally get. But it looks like we do get at least a little bit of buff out of the one for this seed. But yeah, Jibo's glasses is kind of, sort of, almost a cheat item for being able to basically just beat the entire game completely. Salt ramen. That is intelligence. That'll let us do more damage with our Hellhound. I think we should be good for this boss. Because he's not actually fire elemental, I don't think. I think he's supposed to be dark. Oh yeah, we're doing damage.
Congratulations.
Easy game. Okay, so we got a red shard. Yeah, I think once you get the 100% completion, you just go to where... what's his name? The guy that helps you out from like the very start, the kind of nerdy guy. You basically go to the room where he's at, and you'll just find the Jibo's glasses, I think, on the floor, ready for pickup. Oh, I got lucky with that stone. I'm not gonna... Actually, no, I have a reflector ray. I should be able to make that work.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, how much do we need to use on this guy? Okay, just the one. Ooh, possible armor upgrade. Let's see how that compares. Oh, that's a lot more defense and no attack loss. We are so taking that. Plus, oh wow, we got lucky out of it. That is by far the best armor. Bullet. I did not need to invert, but okay. Okay, so we either save or teleport. Oh, we got an extra entrance even. Okay. Oh, and it's a zone transition too. Okay, so we don't have the requisite items to travel the train. So all we can do is like a couple quick farming of the enemies. Oh, how dare you? Yeah, we'll do one more round to try to get the other shards if we can. Just... Oh, we got the cutscene. Weird how that counts as a cutscene that you can't skip. Dragon scaled. We're not gonna worry about using the teleporter yet, because we still got plenty of stuff to explore over here. Let's just go this way. I don't want to use invert. Okay, there's like 18 different entrances in this area. Get up there. Get over there. Ooh, blue shard. Aw. Oh, come on. I cannot wait for the day we actually find the accelerator. On like the first attempt. That's where every time I hope to find accelerator in this game, I get like every other blue shard first. And I want to get it earlier. Because accelerator is freaking amazing. We got 2 items in here. Bullet and adversity ring. I wonder if the item you get from the Waystone guy, I wonder if that item is actually shuffled as a quest reward. I would hope it is, because I always hate that that's like a constant reward, because it kind of sucks. Yeah. Oh, we've been here. Map. Oh, we got more area. Oh, come on. Yeah, those hitboxes can be kind of finicky sometimes. Okay, we'll take the full heal. I think there's something up here we could make use of. Yeah, there's a chest. Just a silver chest, but better than nothing. There's an enemy down here. I don't think we've gotten their shard yet. Plus there's a green chest, actually. Although I think the Zangetsuit is actually like a very specially marked chest now, so it wouldn't be just a regular green one like it normally is. I forget what it looks like, but I know it's like a really fancy looking chest. Look at me doing those water squats. Work them thighs. Okay, so we've been down here already too. So now we gotta figure out where we want to go. Take you guys out in the meantime. Okay, we'll take you out, then we'll check the map. Alright, so where do we want to go? We can go west. Actually, there's several different wests we can go. Let's see which west we want to continue with. I hate the recovery time when you get hit in midair. actually don't know if the phoniest ones have anything either. I'm guessing this is a save, actually. No, even more teleporters. We haven't found an actual save in a while. Which has me slightly concerned. More bovine plume. I don't know if that has any better stats at this point. Nope. Yeah, they've actually added several characters. They've added Zangetsu. They added boss rush. They added reverse boss rush, where you actually play as the boss, which is kind of cool. They have another mode for I think the character's name is Aurora, and it's a crossover between Bloodstained and another game. I forget which one it is, but they got that added in. They have an actual developer-made randomizer, although it's kind of subpar, and they've already mentioned they're not supporting it anymore, so it's kind of unfortunate in that sense. I know they still have more features they plan to come out with. Apparently they're working on like a cooperative mode, which I have no idea how that's going to work, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. What else do they have? I know they have at least one more thing that I can't think of, but yeah, they've added a bunch of stuff to Bloodstained, and they're still adding stuff. Okay, we're already good through here then. So, not really much else we can get at the moment then. Well, balls. Okay, now I gotta figure out where else I want to go and what else I want to do. Which one? I'm sure there's a bunch of sequence breaks if you like know what you're doing, but I've really done too much in regards to sequence breaks. I would like watching a speedrun do. Ow. Yeah, we'll go ahead and resupply while we're here. I don't think we got any more of these yet. Yeah, no. Actually, let's go get our crops, because I think that should be good to go at this point, too. Yay, playing Harvest Moon. Alright, what you got for me?
What'll it be?
So, could do that, which, you know what, why not? We don't want much of these for bovine plumes. I guess we could do that, but we're not going to be able to get that maxed out. And nothing else is really worth it, so... Can we prepare anything? Oh, we can prepare a handful of things. Get some more luck. Oh, yeah, the spot where we're supposed to have the... Yeah, you're supposed to have craft work and then the Aegis plate, yeah. Yeah, I remember there being something you could do with that. I was just never able to do it myself, because I did try it like once or twice. Yeah, we'll go with the one that gives luck for that. And we should have plenty of ingredients for all of these.
I'll go with this.
Actually, I wonder if you could maybe pick the reward for the food lady too. Or pick the quest for the food lady. What else can we make? We can do one of this. We already made butter, so that should be available. Make a consommé.
Oh, about the castle. It may not be much help, but let me tell you what I know.
What are you looking to
Okay,
sell?
what can we sell currently that's worth money? I kind of want to keep the ingredients if we can. Bronze. Mithril's worth a decent bit.
Many thanks.
Platinum's worth the modest amount. Silk's good. Got a lot of elm. Mahogany.
Many thanks. Then we have a deal. Thank you.
I probably shouldn't be selling these like completely haphazardly like this, but oh well. Too late.
Thank you.
Okay, we got some decent money now. We can sell that.
Thanks.
Those aren't worth selling. We can sell. We go ahead and sell these, although they're not necessarily worth that much. Definitely sell that. The adversary ring finally has a use. Money. Yeah, fairy scarf is not worth it.
What are you looking to buy?
Oh, we can buy. Oh, that's a lot of money though. Damn it! I got excited.
Many thanks.
One of those. It's not cheap, but it's not too expensive either.
Many thanks. Then we have a deal.
Oh, that's expensive. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can make any other food with what we just bought.
What are we transmuting this time?
I already made those. We can, oh, Maurice. Okay, that's a little bit of a buff. It does use our consomme, but we can't make anything else with it anyway, so... Okay, we already made the white sauce.
Great.
We can make bread.
I'll go with this.
Maybe we haven't made white sauce, but it did show new.
Great. I'll go
Let's
with
make
this.
Oh, we can craft, make Chinese noodles. Okay.
I'll go with this.
Get that added in the shop.
Scrumptious.
Nom on all the food.
Scrumptious. Scrumptious. Scrumptious.
Except for the dark matter. I know better than to do that. So, where do we want to go? Where's the best spot? We could, well... We're almost kind of better off using that teleporter instead if I want to go that way. Yeah, there's not really too many paths that are open. I guess we could try going to the little eastern path over there. Yes, I think the stuff over there we can still explore. Try this way. Oh, wrong button. Not that teleporter. Damn it. Try that again. Yeah, 'cause it doesn't really get us anywhere close to... Well, I guess we could start exploring up here. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I forgot to check to see if I could improve Summon Hellhound anymore. Also, apparently we can't do anything with this direction because we're kind of locked in on this side. So, never mind. Back to our original plan. So, this way we needed to go up, right, up, right. Basically a bunch of up and kind of snaking our way upward. And then from here, we go right. So it's not going to be straight to the right. Yeah, 'cause it's not the way to the train station. Need to double check that when I saw the hallway. Well, balls. I guess the stuff over here we can still check. Oh, and there's also the one spot we got unlocked with Bloodstained. Now that's actually a proper progression item. Like it should be. Ah. Stupid fat. This is why I need Accelerator, so I can get past all the fast without having to worry about my body for 1 HP. But still, my motion completely stopped. That's kind of one of my more minor complaints about the game, is that when you're able to tank hits completely easily like that, you still get completely stopped. It just doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so we're back in this region again. Okay, ice round's in a nice area. That actually makes sense. Perish the thought. Yay, an actual save room. Okay, another boss.
So...
Oh wait, this is gonna be the end game. Do I want end game?
It will...
See, this is one of those fights where I really wish I had double jump. That would actually be much more effective. Ow. Ow. Oh, God. Okay, thankfully that doesn't really seem to actually do damage.
Fly.
Yeah, so again, the problem is, since we can't actually buy food in this randomizer, we're required to just focus on our potions, which are less than efficient. We'll call it that. Oh, God. Ow. Okay, so we got that. As long as I'm careful, I should be good with this fight. But yeah, being out of mana is, or out of healing items is definitely frightening. This area can be hard to avoid some attacks. I do have regenerate, but it's gonna be completely useless right now. I could augment experience and do a little more damage. I don't think that's gonna do much. Nope, that's game. Okay. So, unfortunately, the way the shop randomizer works is it doesn't really randomize the shop all that well, in my opinion. The only healing items we can get there right now are just regular potions and X potions. The X potions costing 300,000 bucks. We can buy one. And for whatever reason in this randomizer, I don't know if this is like a bug or like an intended thing or not, but when you craft a food, you actually cannot just buy it in the shop. Yeah, because the item prices are also randomized. Oh, come on. How did... That's a soft lock. Oh! Okay. I love the developers for that. They realized that could be a soft lock somehow, and they put it in a failsafe. I love it. Wait. Excuse? I can't leave. What is... What? Oh, that's new. Good thing I bought waystones. But yeah, now I can kind of show you exactly what the shop is currently looking like. So I've crafted like a whole different bunch of food items. Unfortunately, when I go to the shop here,
what are you looking to
none of
buy?
them are available for purchase. Which again, I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I'm hoping it's a glitch that gets fixed at some point, which would actually give me reason to actually update the randomizer, because I know there have been updates to it since. But yeah, we can buy potions for affordable, and then an X potion for the cost of our soul. Which, yeah. I guess I could always just try to craft more food.
Thank you.
Oh, not the worst. Actually, let's find out what we can craft.
So, what'll
Or
it be?
prepare, rather. So, right now... The thing is, I don't know what we can actually, like, make en masse. We can't get rice or soy... Yeah, we can't get any of those easily. Can't get any of those easily. Yeah, the problem... Yeah, and again, we can't really make any of these en masse, which is part of the issue. Okay, so we still can't make our Summon Hellhound any better. We could actually improve our Augment Intelligence, since we were kind of trying to use that in the fight. No, it says it's basically free with the money that we have. I guess we'll just bring this up to level 3. That way, if the regular potions do, or regular middle grade potions do pop up in the shop, then we can actually upgrade that to full. Let's go back to the ship. Yeah, maybe there's something there we can get that would make things like better. Oh, final place we can get mocha oil. Not that it's going to do us a lot at this point, but we have it. Yeah, because even in the area/room rando, the entire ship is still vanilla. And I think that's kind of just to make sure that like nothing gets too screwed up during the randomization sequence. So that is kind of a nice thing to be able to rely on. Also, we can power up Hellhound with those things, actually. That would probably not be the worst idea either. So what else can we get down here? Let's get all the stuff on this side first. I do wish this area was easier to kind of come back and clean up for exploration purposes. It's kind of crappy in that regard. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Ooh, familiar. You know, if it was the fairy familiar, we could actually use that for our healing instead, but alas. Hawkman Intelligence probably wouldn't be bad either. Ooh, sure could. I should keep that for healing. I am not going to use that. I'm kind of learning my lessons. Actually, I don't think we need to go this way anymore, but oh well. We're already started. So this should be a save still, yeah. Ow. How dare you survive? That was a nice movement. No, we'll take health. I am not a proud cat. Yay, more Hellhound. $1. Seriously. This game does not know my value. White shard. Double jump? Okay, double jump. So that'll at least make the movement during the Dominique fight easier. I approve of that. Alright, so from here... So we know where the final boss is. Where else can we go? I guess we go back up through this way. Yeah, I think this is going to be the fastest. Come on. Hey, actually didn't get knocked back. Nice. The thing's still freaking closed. Oh, if only I had dimension shift. Yeah, I think it would have been better off just going to the regular teleport spot over here. So many backdashes. Ow. I can't quite go this way. I'm assuming this area still leads elsewhere. Okay, yeah, it's this area. It definitely leads elsewhere. Okay, that didn't lead very far, but led somewhere. Please die. That's fine. You get the hound. Ooh, pizza. And again, saving that for healing for the boss fight. There's all sorts of paths up here. Aqua Stream, not helpful. We already have Deep Sinker. Red Shard. Bat, eh. Ultimate Dish. Yeah, I think if nothing else, before I go back to the boss, or the final boss fight, I do want to try to get more gunpowder to make Hellhound more viable as far as range goes. That's probably gonna be like the biggest help out of anything. It doesn't matter how much damage this spell can do if it can't actually reach anything. Okay, so we could at least use that to figure out how many or how much HP the big demon heads have at the end. That could be good knowledge. Where do you go? Okay. I will take new areas. Well, okay, there's the other direction of damage spell. The one that's actually using the speedrun. I think it's using the speedrun at least. It's got like a really good attack, or really good attack damage, and some like obscene attack speed. Wait for the poison. There we go.
Looking for Zangetsu. Have you seen him?
Don't care. Do these guys have the shards? Okay, not useful. Why are you not dead? Why are you not dead? Oh, he glitched out, that's why. Shark? Yes! Give me speed. Give me speed and give me the save. That's a teleporter. Ah, damn. Well, give me a chance to get more accelerator shards. And boss time. You won't even see me. I always thought this boss was kind of out of place as far as like the lore goes, and like the boss types. Who are you calling slow? Okay, I can reach you. Okay, gotcha. Oh, we got cake. You want this cake? I want it. For some reason I read that as Dragonberry. Which, not gonna lie, if there was a flavor called Dragonberry, I would totally try it. Not even like half a second's thought. And I got to use this. Not useful, unfortunately. I'm sorry, what? Did I just get teleported to the right side? This is mad science. How am I popping out on the right side? I mean, that's cool, but how? Lol. Okay, cool. I like that. The best shenanigans are the unexpected shenanigans. There we go. There's a little bit more I can explore here, but I don't know if there's gonna be that much, like, area-wise. Yeah, I don't really need materials. Need freaking gunpowder, so I can make the hitbox make sense. Heck, like the downward hitbox is like nothing. I think there's a breakable wall here. Yeah. It was useless. This is gonna be save, which may as well since we're here. Spear. Ah, you bastard. I don't think there's an entrance down here. Yeah, no. We got more of this type of kind of room. I don't know if it really helps to do much more, like, more shard farming, honestly. Tomato. Domo arigato, Mr. Tomato. I love the speed at which you can do the dropkick in this game. Alright, so what else can we explore in this area? We can go right and up. Be a save, or teleport. Teleport is actually kind of nicer right now, so we have more mobility. Alright, where are we going now? I would love to see Alucard right now. Nope, not there. Alright. actually not the way I want to go. Oh, there was a thing here. I do want to get more map code, and you guys actually do find Alucard and get some books. That would definitely be the best thing for me right now. Like all the stab boosts I can get. Nothing down there. Wait, is there no entrance up here? Oh, there is. Okay, it just didn't show up properly. Actually, this area looks like it's some kind of vanilla setup. Which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, demon necklace. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Damn it. There's one of the necklaces, I forget which one, that actually increases your magic damage by like 50%. And I so want that right now. Oh no, that's the skull necklace. That's what that one is. Yeah, normally it's at the cost of like an extra 50%, or either 50% or double the magic cost. But since we have to do this last, we don't care about the cost right now. Wait, there we go. That's an interesting weapon. Landu Pasi. Nope, not Pasi. Need that. Ah, come on. Ow. Okay, so I can't go that way. Alright. I know somewhere in here should be the spot that you normally get the accelerator. I'm kind of wondering what shard would be there this time. Well, here's this boss. It's been a bit since we saved, but I think we should be good. Question mark? Oh, I got a lot of money, though. Oh, he doesn't take much health at all.
Plunder. Savings.
Oh god. Okay, you're not doing much damage to me. Well, I sincerely hope you didn't get like 99,999 HP. That should be doing a lot more damage than this. Unfortunately. Okay. There we go. Got a familiar out of it. Is it the fairy? Yes. Okay, now we can buy some of the fairy items. We should be able to get ourselves healed with those instead. Yeah, I think the final boss fight should be a lot more survivable now. Oh, okay, got the cutscene in reverse. Come on. All this random walking around. Nobody's saying anything. Except for one word. word has been spoken.
Johann.
Pathway this way. Oh, a new zone. Okay. Leave Rex Machina. We can find Alucard. Yeah, once we find Alucard, we're definitely just going back to the boss after that. We should have all the stuff we need now. Well, after a quick stop, or quick stop at the shop to get our proper. Oh, there's a membership. Okay. Ooh, Valkyrie Tiara? It's more luck. No, we're doing more attacks with our intelligence right now, so yeah, let's go with luck. That's the secret boss room. Oh no, it's regular boss room. Okay, so... Hello, Alucard. I hope you're doing well this fine day. As I pop you into the ceiling. Thunder rounds. Yeah, I want to see if I can get to a save point before going after that boss. Actually, no, we should be good. With everything we got, if we die here, then the fault is completely on me. Ooh, I think that's the Zangetsudo. Okay, kind of reaches. Oh, you actually do some damage. Ow. Quit it. Oh, God. Okay, good. Starting to get a little concerned there. Oh, it's just a room key. Okay. Only thing worth there was with the experience. Okay, let's just get in here. That's not what I wanted to do, game. Actually, let's switch this back to Dimension Shift.
Dimension shift.
Alright, so what do we have here? Tome of Conquest? Oh, okay. So Prowess, Tailwind, and Mastery. We can't see what those do right now, which is kind of unfortunate. That should be theoretically good. Actually, I think Prowess is experience, Tailwind is movement. Actually, maybe that sucks. Let's see what else they got. Directional Shards, not actually useful. Our Familiars, not really. Curse Resist, Darkness. Actually. Let's do both of these. Oh, we can only do one book. That sucks. Yeah, let's not do physical defense. So, the final boss uses a light spell. Uses some electricity. Actually, it kind of uses a bunch of everything, really. Let's increase our luck so we can get more crits. What's our map completion? 42%, okay. Okay, so since we found him, let's go ahead and go back over here. Craft what we can. Actually, buy what resources we can, too. And then craft what we can.
Oh, what would you like to sell?
Alchemist. Crystal.
Is it all?
Gold, hemp.
Thank you.
Ooh, Big Spider a lot.
Doing business.
I think I started off selling that, too.
Thank you. Is it leisure? There you are. Is call, thank you. Is it leisure doing business? Is call, thank you.
Oh, that's a lot of money we got now. Nice. Just on the off chance we get some better equipment here. Oh, we could go for a lot. Ooh, that's a lot of less defense, but you know what? We do have some food items. We have the ability to get more healing for the fairy.
Is this right?
Let's go and focus up on our intelligence as much as we can. No intelligence gain there. We got the money for it.
Is this right? Oh, thank thank you.
Okay, so max out on that.
Thank you.
Berry medicine.
Is it Carl? Thank you.
Berry elixir.
There you are. Is it
Max
there
out on that
you
again
are?
because why not?
Is Carl? Is Carl? Thank you.
Try to get as many healing items as we can get.
Is it Carl?
Oh, we can buy
Thank
healing
you.
urchin.
Is
Okay.
it Carl? That is pleasure doing business.
We got the
Is
money
there
for that
you
now.
are? Is Carl? Thank you. Is
Actually,
there
as
you
well.
are? Is there you are? Is pleasure doing business.
All right. Get ready, a bunch of food. Just make literally all the
So,
food.
what'll it be?
Can we enhance anything useful? We still don't have freaking gunpowder. Can we dismantle anything into gunpowder? Where's the not food? Where's not food? So, we haven't found any guns, so I don't think we're going to get any gunpowder from those. Come on, gunpowder. We cannot do anything with gunpowder. Damn it. Oh, we can craft some of it now. Okay.
I'll go with
And I think 2 is literally all we need.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Okay, that should give us plenty of AoE effect. So prepare. We don't need any of that. You know what? It gives us an intelligence. We'll get it for that.
Great.
I would do so. 95, 295, 300. Okay, so these 2 are going to do us the most healing. Oh, and they both cost 3 rice, which kind of sucks. This uses less special ingredients.
I'll go with this.
We'll get one of those. What's the next best healing item?
Great.
195 it looks like. Which we can do
I'll go with
1.
this.
Well, eggs, we need
Great.
2 of these.
I'll go with this.
Oh, right, another thing with this randomizer is they only let you have like 1 of each food at a time. Which is kind of stupid in my opinion. But it's the way that the randomizer maker decided they want to do this, I guess, so yeah, not gonna be able to get much else. Let's go ahead and get our save. Actually, there is a save right before the boss, so we can at least reuse that. But do that, just make sure we don't have to go through the entire sequence again. Okay, so we need to go over here. Still not enough to one-shot those guys, but oh well. Yeah, we should be in a much better position now. I do have the familiar... Okay, I do have Caraboss equipped. But she's not showing up for some reason. There we go. So we need to go... Yeah, down. I like how the path here is actually mostly pretty friendly. There's like nothing that can actually harm us. Alright, let's see how this goes. Come on, let's fight already. Oh god. That's concerning. Oh god, why? I mean, it doesn't really matter what healing we use at this point, I guess. Oh, that's actually a good heal right there. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, we're in a much better position now.
I summon thee to my side.
Not doing a lot of damage, but we can at least do it more easily.
Repent.
Oh god. Oh god, why? Come on. There's way too many things that can make damage to you. Also, where's the boss music? There should be boss. Oh god.
Scrumptious.
Ow. Yeah, Kerboss really isn't doing like. There we go. We got it. Okay, I was just about to say Kerboss isn't really doing any kind of healing, but thankfully we didn't need it. We had just enough. But yay, we did it. We saved the world, yay! And I'm flailing my arms about as though there's still a camera to see them with, but yay! Yay! So do all the skips. Oh, and that was we still be able to see the ending screen. Anyway, so that's gonna do. Okay, that'll be it for the Bloodstained randomizer. I'm gonna take a quick little BRB, then we'll come back. We should have enough time to be able to sneak in like another Metroid seed. Yeah, 'cause it's about the only thing I can like guarantee will only take about an hour. But yeah, I will be right back, and we shall do some Metroid of space. BRB. Let's get back into business. So first off, never mind the menu. I suppose I didn't really need to reset that, but oh well. Let's get to the next scene. Start getting my Twitch information set up. How did I get enter? That's not supposed to have done that. Metroid of the Supers. Yeah, nothing's really... Actually, I can add retro back on. Update that. Pull up my tracker, pull up my timer. Pull up the rando site. Randomizer, random and customize. I love the little randomize and customize button because it brings you right to the customization screen like it really should. Do I want to play as another sprite? You know what? Why not? There's actually one I don't think I've played as yet here, and it's from a game I do personally like, even though I couldn't beat it last time I tried to play it. Yeah, let's do it like this. Download and customize. Some seeds. Delete the old. Out with the old and in with the new. Alright, so I can close out of this. And of course the tracker window is stupid. So, whoop. There we go. Should be good. Open up the Hawk of the Biz. That going up. Get the tracker set up. There we go. And timer's on the bottom there. Alright. So one more thing with my VC face, because I figured I was still going to be like leaning back like this. So reset position. There we go. Oh, and menu. Turn menu off. There we go. Alright. Let's see what shenanigans we have for us on this day. I think I actually might have played it as a sprite before, but oh well. We'll play as it again. And a go. Yeah, we have played as a sprite before. But I kind of like the way that he holds onto his pants when running. Yeah, mostly got the fall. Ah, that was too early. Try it again. Oh, come game. There we go. Yeah, that had nothing to do with like not being so sprite. That was just me being bad at gameplay. Ah, too early. Okay, so if I like tap down just before I hit the ledge, that's the best time to do it, so I don't lose like a lot of or too many frames from the ledge catch. Well, regular missiles, I don't know how I feel about that. Ow. Oh, I did not think that was the position was gonna work. Okay, more missiles. My concern grows. Ah, come on. There we go. Power bombs. Nope. The supers. That was way too early. I am bad at movement. Come on. Yes, that means that we're gonna have some form of wall-destroying item at Bomb Chorizo. regular bombs, power bombs, or screw attack. I was gonna say ideally screw attacks we can do gauntlet as well, but we actually wouldn't be able to get out. At least not without the actual items that we'd want. Didn't mean to use regular missiles there, but since we already did, may as well finish it up. Okay, power bombs. We're almost fully restocked. Too early. Why am I so bad at this, at the Alcatraz escape lately? There we go. You can get him down here first. I don't know if we actually need those or not. So it's entirely possible we don't get a lot of super missiles this seed, and maybe not even like find charge until like super late. So I'm kind of getting the feeling we want to collect all those while we have the chance. But that's not what I wanted to do. That's almost what I wanted to do. Ow. Oh, no shortage of missiles. Actually, let's do a scout. We can also get a +1 net power bombs as well, so. Or neutral power bombs, because we got health for some reason. The power bombs would be nice. But yeah, not really too much we can do with that otherwise. At least we do have our full basic gear so we can get everything within the sequence. That's a lot of missiles. That's a lot more missiles. That's too many missiles. Yeah, we're gonna grab the health here. I forgot what item was down here. I don't think I even checked. Missiles, of course. I should have grabbed that super, but oh well. Okay, we'll take the health. Well. This is the missile seed. Thank you for calling Missiles R Us. How may I miss your direct delivery location with more missiles? Can I stop getting missiles, please? They're getting kind of boring. Thank you for the super. You know, because we don't have a lot of health, I'm actually gonna take this opportunity to try to not die. Keyword try. There we go. There we go. Yay, not dead. here? I'm gonna regret this. Let's do it. Holy f- What are you doing already spawned? That is not how you're supposed to work. That was terrifying. Yeah, he's supposed to start off screen, but he was like right in the middle to begin with for some reason. And I have no idea why. Can I get a useful item, please? Not like a trillion missiles. Okay, he's already blown up. I mean, yeah, I kind of wanted to, but at the very least I need a super missile just to move on from here. Which is part of what sucks. How far do I go? Let's see what I can do over here. Okay, so... Nope. One more try. 'Cause I don't know where to actually line this up with the sprite. Never mind, we're just going. Damn it. Why is this game hating me? I guess it's finally taking vengeance for such a good seed it gave me yesterday. Yeah, we're just heading down because we have absolutely no means of taking care of like anything up by wreck ship yet. I should have jumped. I should have jumped better. That's a regular. Yeah, in before like an hour 25 seed. That's what this is already feeling like. Can I stop getting missiles? Oh, I got lucky there. I should have gotten grabbed. I think I get hit with a spike just in time. Can I stop? I mean, it's not missiles. I'm kind of thankful for that. Supers, not regular missiles. It's a Miracles. Unfortunately, everything else sucks. There's nothing else we can do here. Just full stop, triple period, ellipses. E-tank there, I kind of want that, but we can't get to it. I'm doing well, thank you very much. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, unfortunately, the seed is not treating me very well so far. But we're hanging in there. We have to go up to wreck ship, at least within that region. Maybe we do have to do gauntlet. There's not really too much else we can do right now otherwise. We can't even get to Kraid yet because we don't have any current power bombs. And nothing in the north area really drops those. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully I can at least provide a sufficient distraction and kind of make your day feel at least a little bit better. I probably should save my supers, but I don't feel like really dealing with this area right now. Okay, that should be plenty. Oh, these guys drop power bombs. I can use those. Some level of salvation. Well, what kind of things do you like to do? Like any particular game styles that you're interested in, or maybe something even not game related, just like maybe like some kind of like general hobby? The options are endless. Come on. Oh my god. Game. Thank you. Okay, that's a start. Any particular kind of art that you do? Do you focus on like landscapes, or just more like anime related stuff, or? I'm presuming you're referring to League of Legends, which is a game I can't say I have a lot of experience with, but I know it is a game that exists and people play it. That is mostly the extent of my knowledge. I did not want that to happen. Okay, at least I got some health out of that. We gained net 2 health. Which, to be fair, is 2% of our max health, so that's kind of counting. Okay, so come back up. We have a chance of getting more power bombs from these guys. It kind of worked out. Yeah, maybe there's something inside the little hill over here we can get. Just missiles. Yeah, not really sure what to say in response to that, because I know it can be kind of sucky when you don't have anybody to really do anything with, but at the same time, it is kind of nice every now and again to have just kind of a moment to yourself and kind of just chill, not to really like focus on, not really like quote having to be social. I know for me, like I do definitely like to also have like interactivity with people as well, but there's also times I just need to be kind of alone. Kind of regather my energy, so to speak. But maybe try to think of it kind of as that way. Like, if you don't have the ability to be with anybody else, just kind of think of it as a moment to kind of chill and kind of rest. I don't know if that's actually helpful or not, but that'd be what I guess I would call my advice. Okay. Is there anything useful in here? No. So what else? Because there is no way the game is expecting us to do wreck shift. Unless there's like gravity suit in that direction. I wouldn't put it past the game to do that. I don't know if Billy Mays would be fully viable. You know what? Let's go do Billy Mays and all those area checks. If there's nothing down there, we reset, come back up here, and then we go to wreck ship. Because the odds are something is going to be more likely to be down there than at wreck ship. Especially for like the 2 items we can actually get there right now. I did not get the thing. The game is robbing me on this. Platform. Being a platform. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's not necessarily progression, but we'll definitely... Actually, that... Oh, wait, no. We don't... There's nothing particularly useful at the end of Gauntlet either. So we don't have a reason to go do that. So, Gauntlet is more or less dead. Yeah, we can get everything else down here. That's basically about it. Here we got... Okay, E-Tank. Okay, whatever we get elsewise, we're keeping this. Because if we're supposed to do Wreck Ship, I am taking all the health I can get. Ow. That was literally last frame jump. Missiles. Okay, I wish that was better than it was, but it's at least something. Okay, so the main item at Gauntlet... Ah, crap. Ah, damn it. Okay. This jump is very finicky without any, like, special movement items. There we go. So, there was a reserve tank over in Gauntlet. We might want to take that as a backup for when we go to Direct Ship. Because as is, we only have 2 E-Tanks and 1 reserve. Or no, we have 1 E-Tank and a reserve. That's even worse. There's nothing else we can get. I guess we could go back down to Kraid. But that's going to be a lot of time expenditures. Actually, no. There's stuff in... Yeah, there's still stuff in, like, Brimstone and stuff we can get now that we have some more ammunition. Maybe that's the route. Ow. Oh, right, I have to actually kill these things. Fuck. Oh my god, I got so lucky. Okay. I need to refill some health real quick. I'm trying to max out my health first. Yeah, kind of like before. I'm not really sure what else I can really say in that regard, unfortunately. Just maybe look for another chance to just kind of look forward to all the fun times you'll be having the next time you get up, meet up with your friends. Maybe that's the way you can handle it. Yeah, I would highly advise against that as well. That kind of thing is never the way to go. Have you like spoken to anybody like your family or anything about the way you've been feeling? Because the more support you can get from like anybody that you can get to is going to be definitely a good thing. Wait, I don't think I did the other thing yet. Yeah, I would advise maybe trying that route out. See if you can get some extra support going your way. I absolutely know what the feeling of like not wanting to be a burden on anybody else is like, but there is a certain point where if like your own feelings are getting to be that way, you need to get help. There's just no other way around it. Because think of it this way: if you don't ask them for help, then you just end up getting worse about it. It's going to make them feel worse as well, because they're eventually going to notice that you're not feeling right, and if you don't talk to them, they're not going to be able to help you, which would then add further stress onto them as well. So it's better to get them involved so they can help you, and then you can help them in basically the same way. It basically helps everybody all at once. So yeah, like I said, I would suggest talk to your family, talk to people that you trust, have them give you any kind of support that you need to help yourself feel better. Okay, so what else do I want to do here? I want to go... I think I want to go to Crate at this point. I also want to make sure I have enough power bombs to get everything I need in that area. I also need to stop getting bodied. Down here. I'll snap the free power bomb from this guy. It should be enough power bombs to get through in and out of Crate, plus the item. I am not dealing with you. I wish those guys dropped power bombs. Make things so much nicer. Oh, I missed one. Oh, they do drop power bombs. I forgot about that. Please, thank you. What's this? I can't read. I want that. Yeah, plasma. I never realized I could even do that. For all this time, I've only just now realized I can do that. I think now we're starting to potentially get somewhere. Oh, especially if I happen to get charged too, I can actually microwave Fantoon. That actually might be the logic. Yeah. Alright, we got plenty of stuff we need to get out. Okay, E-Tank, I'll take that too. I will gladly take that. I suppose the question is, do I try to go do the ice beam check now, since I technically have enough health to really get in and out with that? I think I might, just to do some of these exploration. And more missiles. Yeah, we'll go check what's in the ice beam and the related regions. Then we'll, if there's nothing there, we'll reset. If there is, then we'll obviously keep whatever we get there and then come back and hopefully be able to do more stuff. Oh yeah, I got Spring Ball. I can also do make a quick save here as well to make sure I don't lose any of my progress. here. I'm not going to worry too much about healing beforehand. I'll just get whatever I can from the little bug things here first. Because I'm not really expecting to be able to keep this save anyway. Yeah. Thankfully we have plasma, so these enemies should be basically a joke. Alright. Little tippy toe. Oh, I want. Okay, so I need to. So I want that. Let's try for it. I got the save. That's not where I wanted to jump. Okay. Okay, we got it. Okay, so now that we have a gravity suit, I have absolutely no concerns about doing wreck ship. My biggest thing there is the amount of damage we'd be taking with only power suit, but yeah, now we're good. You know what? Since we have a decent amount of health, let's go check to see what we can get over here. Watch this be Varia. That's not where I wanted to do that. Actually, hold on. Okay, not enough health to really help there. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. This was the right path. I did the right path in the right order. And I could try to redo the mock ball, but I don't want to do that when I'm losing health. Yeah, theoretically I could just go right into Meridia, but I really don't have like any kind of movement items to make that feasible. So I think I'll skip that area for now and just go up to Red Tower and wreck ship. Yeah, I quite enjoyed the other sprites you can get with this randomizer. I think there's something like 25, maybe 30 new character sprite options for the Metroid Rando. That's not even including the whole crap ton of recolors they have available too. For Samus. But yeah, welcome on in. How you doing tonight? We'll just use a power bomb to clear these guys out because I don't want to deal with them. Right spot. Got it. Oh dear. Okay, we're good. All right, coming back out this way is where I need to unlock that. All right, we'll take care of that. Pew. All right. Let's go show the ship ghost who's boss. Okay, got 2 power bombs there. That's nice. Oh god. Movement. I would like to be able to do it, but I lack the knowledge. I don't think I can make this jump just on its own, so let's do the gravity jump. That should be perfect. Whee! There we go. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I want that on. Game, I want that suit on. Thank you. We'll take that. It's not as necessary now, but we will take it. Oh my god, okay. At least it didn't get stuck inside of it. we should still be able to do this. Yep. Give me anything good? I guess we'll take it. Doesn't do a lot at this point, but you could say that's better than nothing. I did that movement wrong? Oh, come on. Why you gotta do me like this, game? I'm trying to love you. Starting off with a slow. Ooh, that seemed like a good Doppler. I think I got like good 3 missiles in there. That brings us to 7 so far. Ow. Oh, that was not even a Doppler. So that's 12 missiles. May as well. Oh, now Fantoon's getting shy. That didn't quite work. Should be the last phase, at least, or last cycle, I should say. Got him. Yeah. Get all the stuff. Thankfully, we got plasma to more or less mow these guys down. Not the best on its own, but it's a lot better than what we would have otherwise. I do actually need to pound Power Bomb there because I can't get through that otherwise. Pew! Also pew! Ow. I don't really need that. Yeah, Fantoon is one of those bosses I at least know how to do consistently at this point, but I'm still, like, absolutely frightened by him if I don't have, like, a very rare power suit during the fight. Okay, now that's gonna be too many power bombs. Yeah, I think I still want to see what's over on the check to the east of here. Dora save splits. I'm not really expecting much, but you never know. Okay, the game is not letting me jump correctly. Not sure how I made that jump, but I'll take it. Ah, game. Game, I'm trying to enjoy you. Allow me to enjoy you. Don't need that. And that's why we save split. It's a lot faster to go back this way. Pew, pew, pew. Get up there. Aw, come on. Just one more pixel, that's all I ask. I am not a greedy cat. Ah, almost. If I had, like, any combination of beams on top of what I have now, that'd just be amazing. Okay, so open this up. Then back all the way around this way. Oh, I couldn't get it because he was moving in the wrong direction. It's a conspiracy, I tell ya. We'll take it. There's probably better retanks I could get, but at least that's kind of usable right now. How did I dodge those two electric drops? Wish I had those skills consistently. Alright, so we do not have speed boosters. Let's see what's actually in here, if we actually need it or not. Come on. Not needed. It is missile pack number 982. Let's get the check on the bottom here first before we go up for the one on the top. Just in case this is like speed booster or space jump or something. Oh, it's supers. We'll take those. As much as I... oh, no, no. Ah, why? But yeah, if I can avoid it, I definitely don't want to do Ridley fight with like less than 30 supers. That is literally one of the worst things in this game. Have to guide this little guy on his path. Because he's too shy otherwise. I didn't think you could wall jump off the front. Huh. Ooh. Okay, that's handy. That's also technically flight for us. Which I do know of one place in the near vicinity we can utilize that. And we'll definitely utilize it to full advantage. That was too early. Bop. Ow. At some point I should learn the actual power bomb setup to like blow everything up down below in one PB. But unfortunately there's no like immediately obvious like visual cue for that. At least not that I'm aware of. There probably is based on like one of the grapple blocks up on top. Actually, I only literally just now thought of that as a possibility. Yeah, if I ever actually look up like various Super Metroid strats, stuff like that, it's probably one of the first things I should look into. Given that it is very rare to be coming through wrecked ship as like a go mode thing, so you're pretty much always full clearing it anyway. But you start off in the absolute worst position. I don't think we need that one specifically, but just because we're here. Okay, one more item here. If this is speed booster, we actually skip it because we already know it's missiles. Space jump! Yes. Oh, I love the space jump animation. That is amazing. I rate this probably 10 out of 10. Wood Fairy again. Yeah, one of the few occasions in which missiles are actually... Oh! Okay, now we got a seed. Now we can do stuff. Okay, so the question is now is, where do we go? There's actually a lot of options we have in our hands. I'm actually not even sure this is the most efficient way to get to wherever we're going. I don't even know where we're going yet. Actually, we could get the check in the climb. That would actually probably be the best thing we could do right now. That way we're not missing anything. Oh, I didn't mean to plant. Damn it. Okay, so one unfortunate thing is that I don't like these guys being here when I'm trying to do this particular setup, so I'm just gonna spend the... I think it's 3 power bombs to get rid of them all. Do you take missile damage? No, you don't. Okay, that works. Alright. Yeah, because without screw attack, you always get bodied by those things when trying to jump across. Holy crap, we're getting all the key items right now. Sweet. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of wanting to just do, like, Meridia. Well, actually, I think we're better off doing Meridia last. Well, actually, no, we might need to go there first. We might find Varia there. And we need Varia before we can start doing anything Lower Norfair. Yeah, I've already got what's down there. Come on, game. Please play nice. I should use regular bombs for this time, low on powers. Take that. I could have mock belt there. That'd have been cool. Maybe not efficient, but cool. Well, it would have been slightly efficient. We probably could have gone like a quarter of a second faster. Squish! Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, technically, as soon as we find Varia, we are technically in go mode. We don't need any other beams, we don't need grapple, we don't need screw attack. We technically just need Varia. Now, do I want more than Varia? Hell yeah. Do we need more than Varia? Not technically. Ah, missed the jump time. We could also get the X-ray beam over here too. It's probably not the worst idea. Yeah, take that free power bomb refill. Probably take a bunch when I'm coming in and out through here as well. And unfortunately, since we don't have Varia, I do want to be a little bit careful with this room, because this place will still do the full 60 damage. Okay, we didn't get bodied. We don't need that. Oh, I thought I could actually dodge all those. That'd have been so cool. I don't think I need all the power bombs at this point, but I'll pick that one up just in case. I forgot to jump, like I always do. Tube time. Oh, I thought I had to jump upward. Okay, I'll take supers. I'm not turning those down, even with charge and plasma. Screw attack! Attacks of the screws! I am want. Oh, I just moving too fast. The worst thing when you're trying to go fast in Seed is somehow going too fast. It's just like the worst feeling. Yeah, I still want to check down here for possible Varia. I actually don't know which path is... Okay, I guess this path is faster because it's the only way to really get down. Actually, if I do this, then I can just jump back up like here. Squish. I want those. Meh. Squish. I don't think I was... Yeah, I wasn't going fast enough to make that really do what I wanted to do. No need. Too early, but that's fine. We got space jump. We'll take the E-Tank. We don't really need the grapple beam. So, yeah, we'll just skip that. Yeah, the only thing we could theoretically really use grapple beam for would be a quick kill on Dragon. But we can already microwave, so... Yeah, not really a point. That was not the movement I wanted. Oh, I got the damage boost at least. That's cool. Yeah, mock ball. Saves literally no time, but it's swag. Missiles. Missiles. Game, I am trying to do the pew. Let me do pew. Alright, hopefully this is still just as effective, even though it's not with like wave beam or anything like that. There might be bad timing. I think we're good. We are not good. Damn it. Okay, now you're dead. Almost made it. And I do want that. Please. Please get. Thank you. Thank you, and come again. I don't have any reason to really refill on anything right now, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Crap. Not quite enough. Got him. Yeah, blue suit. Dean Selman, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How you doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying the Metroid shenanigans. Look, I like how we're getting all the E-tanks now. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually gotten like proper blue suits, so that's kind of cool to get. Oh, thank you. I love my avatar as well. It's adorable. Yeah. I screwed that setup up, but oh well. Also, I meant to do a save split, but oh well. I got too excited by having the blue suit. We got screw attack, we got space jump, we should be fine. Squish. Go squish and go squish. No. Oh, they drop power bombs. I did not know that. Oh, come on. Game, why you gotta do me like this? For some reason, I keep forgetting that little egg pack sack thing is there. It always gets me. Alright. Was this path worth it? Not in the slightest. It's a big game. There. I forgot to jump like I do every time. Okay, they do at least drop big health, which I do kind of want. Alright, so otherwise we have the 2 quicksand pits over to the side here we can get. Otherwise, yeah. I'm starting to think we're going to find Varia in Upper Norfair somewhere. I don't think there's anywhere else we haven't checked. At least not that I can think of. Oh, I already opened it. Okay. Well, good on ya. Always be proud of who you are. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Although if you're in the UK, it seems like you're up kind of late. Hopefully that is part of your normal sleep schedule. Yeah, I can understand that feeling. Yeah, 'cause I know my family took a little bit of time. Well, mostly my mom took a bit of time to kind of get used to finding out, so to speak. But everything kind of worked out in the end, which is at least nice. Also, fun fact, if you get the speed booster there and you start going slowly to that quicksand, do not activate speed booster. You will move at like 2 pixels per second, and you will lose all of your health. I speak from experience. Yeah, retro games are like one of the best things in this world, honestly. I'm also now starting to regret not picking up Grapple Beam, because now we can't get the Shack Tool check. And there is a non-zero chance that Varia is there. But I'm going to be sad for the next half hour. Yeah, I think otherwise it is everything here in Meridia. So head over to Upper North Fair, see if we can luck into Varia over there. The first step will probably just be going through Cathedral. Head over to Bubble Mountain that way. We do have Gravity Suit, which I think does kind of slow down some of the heat damage. At least in one of the suit settings. Because one of the options that the Metroid Randomizer site does have now is you can actually modify like what the properties are for the armor upgrades and how they work. Because in the vanilla game, if you pick up Gravity Suit and you don't have Varia, you still have like the full benefits of everything. In the randomizer, it's either set to where Varia gives you the entirety of environmental protection and only half like the damage protection, and then Gravity gives you full damage protection against enemies, but you'd have no environmental defense. Or there's another system where basically whichever suit you pick up first gives you some heat resistance and then some enemy resistance, and then just basically the full protection once you have both. Okay, don't need that. I should probably heal, but I actually have a half-decent way to do that, because I do have enough ammo for a Shine... or not Shine Spark. Crystal Flash. Wave! Yes! Now we're starting to get the good stuff. Okay, so we'll just go over here for now. Okay, so we'll get this activated now, just to make sure we don't lose it. We should be safe up here from the thing. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, nice. There's even a little fairy one when I recharge. That's cool. Yeah, I love all the little details that go into these sprite options too. Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm always glad when I have or help people kind of find a moment to enjoy just kind of whatever part of their day they have. We doing a zoomies. Okay, still no health or Varia there. Okay, this path is not as profitable as I would have liked. Yeah, let's refill at this. Okay, first off, we'll trigger these guys down here. Then we'll do some health refill. This is one of the benefits of at least not having ice beams, that you can actually charge or refill these guys a lot faster. Yeah, you gotta enjoy the classics. The furthest I ever got with the original Sonic the Hedgehog was I got to the final Robotnik stage. I got 7 hits on him, and then he wound up like squishing me in like just the last frame, and I was on my last life, so I was like 1 hit away from being able to beat the game. And I failed, and since then I've never been able to make it back again. So close to glory. Just about there, and that should be good. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of games for the Genesis necessarily. I was kind of more of a Nintendo kid. Especially for the Super Nintendo. I had like a bajillion games for the Super Nintendo. If you try to ask me like which game is my favorite, I will never be able to give you an answer because there's just too many to choose from. Varia! We have go mode. I think it's safe to say this is one of the worst seeds I've had in ages. I mean, last night, the seed of this we did last night, we were done with the game by this time. Now we're only finally in go mode. Oh yeah, the Game Boy Color was like one of my favorite things back in the day. I didn't have a lot of games specifically for Game Boy Color, but I love being able to play like regular Game Boy games to be able to have them have color as well. Even if it was only like, what was it, like 4 or 5 actual color codes, something like that, for the regular Game Boy games. It was still amazing. It's the Super Game Boy as well. I don't know why I was so infatuated with the Super Game Boy, but I loved playing on that like all the damn time too. Nope, that's not the right position. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I almost got it. It was so close. Get down there. I can't say I've ever played that one. But for as much I love the Mega Man X like series and at least some of the games as a concept, I've only played like a handful of them. I know I've okay, so obviously by far my favorite is the original Mega Man X. I've played and beat that so many times. I've actually occasionally done the randomizer for that on this channel too. But yeah, so I played that a whole bunch. I think I've beaten X2 like once or twice, something like that. But I haven't really been able to get like too like into it, so to speak. I've played through 3, but I don't think I've ever been able to beat that. I played, I think, a little bit of 5 from the PlayStation when I rented it from like Video Update many years ago. Yeah, I never really got to beat that either, because I never really... Yeah. I don't know what it's like. Like, for some reason, some games, even though I love the idea of the game and the series itself, I just can't beat them sometimes. I mean, that's kind of, like, explains, like, most of my gameplay to this day as well. Like, there's a lot of games, like, conceptually I love, and I want to play the hell out of them, but then I actually have the game on my computer, and I'm just like, that feels like too much work. Stupid being an adult. I want a refund. Yeah, we don't need that E-Tank. Damn. Yeah, I would still like to find Ice Beam so we can at least get through Turian faster. That's probably about the only thing I really use it for. And actually, we only barely have enough super missile capacity for... Oh, come on. You were not supposed to do that. Okay, at least the refill for super shouldn't be so bad. Actually, we could probably just screw attack these guys and maybe get some supers from them. Yeah, like that. I'm getting a really good super rate off those guys. I always had it that good. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, we do have plenty of regular missiles, so even if I do miss like a couple supers, we should be more than good to go. I think that one might have missed. Oh, that definitely missed. Aw, oh, come on. We're supposed to do that. Well, this is kind of screwed. Oh, come on. Why am I so bad with aiming all of a sudden? Okay, that's perfect. Just wail on you. Got me? Yeah. I messed up a lot, but we still got him. And got a decent super missile replenishment. Just power bombs. So a few more item checks we can do for ice, and then we'll just go right to Turian. And apparently my internet is thinking about being a butt. No, it's not thinking about it being a butt. It is being a butt. I don't know why it does this. Oh god, that's not... Okay. Yeah, there's a way you can do like a combination speed boost and a mock ball and it get there like super quickly, but I've never been able to get like the even like the short hop mock ball with like any level of consistency. It's something I really should practice one of these days, but I just haven't really felt very motivated to do so. Come on, ice beam. Nope. Come on, ice beam. Nope. I forgot to jump. Come on, ice beam. No. That is worse beam. We must continue the zoomies. Meow. Hey, I actually got to jump in. Nice. I swear, there's like a 2-frame window you can actually do that jump going at that speed from that door. That's not the movement I wanted, but okay. Yeah, good thing we have charge and plasma, because our ammo is... It's enough, but it's definitely not ideal. And the second thing is because we don't have ice, we have to actually rely on power bombs to take out the Metroids, and that's like... I want to say like 3 to 5 times as long to kill them as it... Well, might even be more than that, actually. You can just like completely plow through Turian if you have ice and supers. But with power bombs, you gotta lay 3 power bombs down per... Well, for each set of Metroids that you want to kill, and each one, because it causes so much lag, takes so much time, and then just, Power bombs are amazing and horrendous at the same time. Wow, I didn't even get the door open. That's a rarity. Alright, now the fun part. Get temporarily nommed on by Metroids. Kablooey! They sound like they're dogs barking at me. Oh, balls. Okay, try to at least keep one of them off. Okay, good. Oh. Renlo's actually going too fast for them to latch on. Which I didn't realize was a thing. Nope. Yeah, I got stuck in the thing. At least I have an understanding about how that particular version of Baby Skip works. So it doesn't feel as bad when I screw it up. It's like, oh well, I can probably do better next time. Oh, that's not my game. Okay. Yeah, we don't have Ice Beam, so we can't do the Zoom-Tide skip anyway, so there's no point in turning off Screw Attack. The other downside is that you can't actually, like, permanently get rid of these little Rinkas. They're always in the way. There we go. Eat him! I think it's 24 hits without Ice Beam. Oh, she's aggressive tonight. Yep. Yeah, at least we can still do this. No, you can technically say that I'm a Pokemon right now. I'm an electric fairy. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Thankfully, I can fix myself that way. I was too busy memeing. It took Metroid a little longer to latch onto than usual. That was interesting. Give her the Twix. The Rainbow Twix. Yeah, get superhero action pose. Well, I had superhero action pose. Get out! Get to the chopper! That was a little early, but oh well. Oh, okay. Well, I was having a good escape sequence up until that point. Get up there. Aminals. Time to be their friend. Alright, and we have time. Alright, so that was a very crappy seed. Took us like almost half an hour to get a second pack of supers. I'm curious as to what the actual like proportion of the ammo was. So that had to have been like super heavily skewed for missiles. Blinded by the light. Bye bye, Aminals. Yay! Alright. So, yeah, let's find out where Ice Beam was. I'm guessing it was probably in Lower Norfair, because we didn't really check, like, anything down there. I'm gonna guess probably at, like, Screw Attack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we checked every other spot. Well, it could have been at the Shackle as well. Let's find out. So what was the ammo distribution? It was 39... There were 20 power bombs? Where? We found like 8. Huh. Alright. Alright, game. I believe you. Maybe. 33 minutes in criteria. That is just stupid. Oh, I suppose maybe Ice Beam was in Crocomire. We didn't go there either. So more false. So yeah, we're looking for. Yeah, the only one we didn't see was Ice Beam. We saw where Grapple was. We saw where Spazer was. Where was Ice? Ice Beam, Missile, Gold, Chorizo. Yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, I was right in that one. But yeah, so while as the credits go through, I'm going to look for somebody to raid. Mute the tab temporarily. The who? Oh, okay, so he's back to playing that again. Alright, so there is a particular Link to the Past randomizer, kind of like tournament level player that I like to watch, and apparently he's been doing some Peglin lately, which is kind of different, so let's go show him a little bit of love. Let me get myself situated here. Alright. Then before we move on, wait for the call. Wait, oh, I missed the Deer Force. Damn it. Well, I'll do it late. Deer Force! Alright. Better late than ever. So still loading that in. We'll get ready to provide the raids. Make sure I spell his name correctly. Make sure I'm actually typing the name in at all. Through the end. Why are things so hard to spell? Okay, let me just copy and paste. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. Alright, so let's get that set up. Okay, so we got the right person. So yeah, so that'll do it for me for the night. I'll be back on Thursday. Hopefully this time with some more Monster Hunter, assuming that my work doesn't screw up my brain too much, which theoretically it shouldn't, because my last day at my current job will be on Friday, so hopefully I can actually get most of my stuff passed on. I don't really have too much like stressing me out on Thursday. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well that goes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to get back to Monster Hunter, because I wound up doing a randomizer on last Thursday instead. But yeah, so more Monster Hunter. Not boop a lot of monsters. And yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. And until then, have a good night. And your cat meme.